Hey guys, my name is Matt and welcome to Texan Prepper. With everything going on in the world today, it's no surprise that more and more people are becoming interested in prepping. It's encouraging to know that prepping, once considered niche, has moved into the mainstream. It's no longer looked at as a fringe activity, but rather a practical and proactive approach to facing today's challenges. This is great news because the more people who are prepping, the safer the world is for all of us. Lately, a lot of my friends and family have been asking me, where should I start? Well, in today's video, we're going to dive into the first 5 priorities that every brand new prepper should focus on. Let's get started. Water is essential for survival, yet it is often taken for granted in our daily lives. On average, human beings can only survive up to 3 days without water. Because of this, water must be your #1 priority when it comes to emergency preparedness. In this section, we will briefly discuss how much water you will need, different types of storage containers, where you should store it, and then we'll quickly touch on how to treat water if you run out. How much water will you need? The general rule of thumb is going to be 2 gallons of water per person per day. 1 gallon just for drinking, and the other one for cooking and your hygiene needs. While this may sound like a lot, it's important to stay hydrated and maintain good hygiene during an emergency situation. The last thing you want is to fall ill when immediate access to healthcare may not be available. Additionally, many of the shelf-stable foods that you will be stockpiling require a lot of water for cooking and to rehydrate. Let's discuss storage containers for your water supply. For short-term storage, water bottles are both convenient and easily portable. However, for long-term storage, it is wise to invest in larger containers. Containers such as the 55-gallon drums or water bricks are excellent choices. Just keep in mind with the 55-gallon drums, be sure and fill them where you plan to store them. Once filled up, they can weigh almost 500 pounds, making them impossible to move. For medium-term storage, plastic gallon jugs are another viable option, but avoid using milk cartons as they may start to leak over time. You can also repurpose empty food-grade containers, such as soda bottles, for your water storage. Proper storage is crucial for maintaining the quality of your water over time. Ideally, water should be stored in a cool, dark area with minimal temperature fluctuation to prevent bacteria growth and maintain its freshness. While it is recommended to store your water indoors in a climate-controlled environment, practical considerations often come into play. For example, my 55-gallon water drums I store in the garage due to space constraints within my home. These drums are thick and sturdy, offering better insulation against temperature fluctuation compared to thinner water bottles. Regardless of where you store your water, maximizing space may be a challenge. You might find yourself surprised at how much room your water stockpile can occupy. In such cases, it is essential to get creative in your storage solutions. Consider utilizing your pantry, your closets, underneath your bed, and empty cabinets to make the most of available space. How and where do y'all store your water? Let me know in the comment section below. Finally, let's touch on water filtration and purification. While we will be diving deeper into this topic in a future video, it's important to have many different methods of treating your water, especially coming from questionable sources. Some of these methods include boiling, chemical treatment, and UV sterilization. For an easy starting point, consider investing in a Sawyer water filter or purification tablets. Remember to pre-filter your water with a strainer or cloth if it is coming from a dirty or murky source in order to prolong the lifespan of your filter. Now that we've covered the importance of water, let's turn our attention to the next vital priority, food. While the human body can survive for quite some time without food, having an adequate food supply is essential for sustaining yourself and your loved ones during an emergency. That said, starvation can cause many health issues, not to mention just irritability, aka hunger. In this section, we will discuss the best types of food to store for emergencies and how to properly store them for long-term viability. When it comes to building an emergency food supply, focus on non-perishable items. Canned foods are an excellent place to start, as they often have a much longer shelf life than what is advertised. Look for a variety of canned meats, soups, fruits, vegetables, as well as complete meals to ensure a balanced diet. In addition to canned foods, also stock up on dried goods for your emergency food supply. Items such as beans, white rice, peas, and lentils are not only shelf stable, but also rich in essential nutrients. It is important to note that these foods will require a lot of water and a means of cooking. In a future video, we will dive into various cooking methods during an emergency situation, so be sure and subscribe and stay tuned. Proper storage is essential for maintaining the longevity of your emergency food supply. Store your non-perishable items in a cool, dark area with minimal temperature fluctuation to preserve their quality. Thankfully, unlike water, food usually takes up a lot less space. As with any food that you would normally purchase, be sure that your emergency food supply is food that you and your family will actually consume. Also, be sure and rotate your food regularly to ensure its freshness. Consider using Mylar bags and oxygen absorbers for added protection against moisture and pest. I will be covering that process in a future video for anyone who may be unfamiliar with that method. Now that we have covered water and food, it is time to address another critical aspect of emergency preparedness: medical supplies. In any emergency situation, access to medical care may be limited, making it essential to have basic first aid supplies on hand. In this section, we will discuss the necessary medical supplies every prepper should have in their emergency kit. Let's discuss over-the-counter medications. Stock up on essentials such as pain relievers like Tylenol and ibuprofen, fever reducers, antihistamines for allergies, and cold and cough remedies. Additionally, consider including medications for gastrointestinal issues such as antacids and antidiarrheas, as changes in the diet during an emergency situation can cause stomach issues. If you have children, do not forget to include the kid-friendly versions of these medications to ensure their well-being during an emergency. As you may know, children's versions of medications often have different dosages and formulations specifically tailored to their age and weight, so it is important to have these versions in your emergency supply. Next, gather essential medical supplies such as adhesive bandages, sterile gauze pads, adhesive tape, and antiseptic wipes for wound care. Add tweezers, scissors, and a thermometer for additional needs. These basics provide a solid foundation for addressing common injuries and medical concerns during an emergency. Dental health is often overlooked in emergency preparedness, but it's just as important as any other aspect of healthcare. Be sure to include toothpaste, toothbrushes, and floss in your emergency kit. Additionally, consider adding a dental repair kit to address any minor dental emergencies. Lastly, do not forget about eye health. If you wear contact lenses, be sure to have an ample amount of solution on hand. Additionally, consider including spare glasses and a repair kit for eyeglasses. As a last resort, keeping old glasses in your emergency kit can also be beneficial. As you assemble your medical kit, customize it to meet the specific needs of you and your family members. Regularly check and update your supply to ensure they remain effective during an emergency. Speak to your healthcare provider about possibly getting an extra supply of prescription medications in case of an emergency. Stay tuned for future videos where we will dive deeper into each of these topics. Now that we have covered water, food, and medical supplies, it's time that we address another essential aspect of emergency preparedness: energy and lighting. During a power outage or other emergency situation, having reliable sources of energy and illumination can make all the difference. In this section, we will explore the best options for lighting your way and powering your essential devices when the grid goes down. First, let's talk about lighting. It's important that you have multiple sources of light in your emergency kit to ensure you can navigate safely in the dark. Consider investing in flashlights of various sizes and storing them strategically throughout your home for easy access. Headlamps are also a convenient hands-free option, ideal for tasks that require using both hands. In addition to lighting, you'll need to consider how to power your essential devices during an emergency. Stock up on batteries for your flashlights and other essential devices, and be sure to assess what types and sizes you'll need. Consider investing in small solar chargers to recharge your devices when the grid is down. And for longer-term power needs, a gas generator or even a solar generator can provide reliable backup power. Additionally, candles can provide a traditional source of illumination during an emergency, but be sure to use them safely and never leave them unattended. It is wise to have fire extinguishers nearby in case of an accident. It is worth noting that house fires actually increase during power outages due to increased use in candles. When it comes to energy and lighting, preparation is key. Test your flashlights and other devices to ensure they are in working order, and keep spare batteries and chargers on hand. Additionally, do not forget to practice energy conservation to extend the life of your power sources during an emergency. As we near the end of our prepping priorities, let's address the last critical aspect of emergency preparedness: security. In any emergency situation, ensuring the safety and security of yourself and your loved ones is paramount. In this section, we will discuss practical steps you can take to protect your home and personal safety during times of crisis. First and foremost, let's talk about home security. Investing in security measures such as cameras and alarm systems can provide valuable peace of mind as well as act as a deterrent to potential intruders. Consider installing a doorbell camera such as the Ring doorbell, but keep in mind these may not function during a power outage. Additionally, consider using fake cameras and security company signs to create the illusion of a well-protected home. In addition to securing your home, it's crucial to address personal security. Consider equipping yourself with non-lethal options such as pepper spray or a taser for self-defense. Investing in martial arts can also provide valuable skills for protecting yourself and others in dangerous situations. Now, when it comes to personal protection, nothing is more powerful than a firearm. However, firearm ownership entails significant responsibility and legal considerations. If you choose this option, ensure proper training and adherence to the laws. When it comes to security, vigilance and situational awareness is key. Stay alert to your surroundings, trust your instincts, and keep an eye out for potential threats. Also, while security tends to be personal in nature, having a strong sense of community and mutual support can be one of the most effective security measures of all. As we wrap up our discussion on the first 5 priorities of prepping, I wanted to mention one more topic: shelter. While shelter is absolutely crucial in any survival situation, for the sake of this video, we have assumed that you, the viewers, are watching this from the comfort of your home. These 5 priorities provide a solid foundation for any new prepper to begin their journey. In future videos, we will elaborate on the topics covered today, as well as explore additional categories and strategies to further enhance your emergency preparedness. What do you think about my top 5? Let me know if your top 5 priorities are different from mine in the comment section below. I cannot tell you how valuable the comment sections and prepping videos have been to me in my journey of preparedness. So let's continue the conversation. As always, please be respectful. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more prepping tips and information. Thank you so much for joining me on Texan Prepper. Remember, emergency preparedness is an ongoing journey, and every step you take brings you closer to being ready for any emergency that may come your way.